Hey book reader friends, this is Christy with TattedHatGirlReads. I hope you are doing fantastic wherever you are and whatever time of the day it is. I really hope life is treating you well. I also hope it's warmer where you are than it is here in Texas. We went from 80-degree days down to now 40, 30s, and one night this week's going to be 20s. Come on. But I hope it is warmer wherever you are. Let's talk about The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. That's what this video is about, and I hope you stick around to the end so that you can get an understanding of what this book felt like to me. This is a spoiler-free video. If you have read it, I would love to hear your comments about it below. Again, please, spoiler-free, so this way if people read the comments, there's nothing spoiled for them. One of the YouTubers I follow, Elliot Brooks, she does a great thing, and I would like to do the same here, where you write spoiler, drop a few lines, and then write your comments about it. Like for instance, my husband hasn't finished, and I have. Probably our first book in history that I have finished before him. So let's just dive right in. Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. It was a 5-star for me. I loved it. There are so many reviews that don't enjoy this book, and that I am actually kind of surprised about how many people did not love it. The negative reviews I am hearing about it is because of the first person 6-year-old point of view of Fitz. And personally, I enjoyed it. Maybe because I came from rough starts myself, I found some overlapping understanding of why his character was the way he was. And I do wonder about Robin Hobb. Is there something there that she understands why the 6-year-old boy would have been kind of quiet and maybe even on the side of mute when he first was taken from what home he knew and then moved over to King Shrewd's kingdom? And if there was something in her own life that brought her to this understanding, because I definitely did. I understood exactly why he was quiet. He feels beaten down, controlled. He feels that he doesn't have an opinion. He doesn't basically get a vote in the world. He just does as he's told in every aspect, to include through this story for the most part. And that is one of the things I enjoyed, was the decisions that he finally did make in this coming of age story. He made them, and he didn't question his decision to make them. There was one question here he asked, "What do you not like that I have to do this? This was given to me to do." And that was the first time he really asked anyone else's opinion. The opinions of others have always been thrust on him. He had low confidence, so a small voice. He found an empathy with animals. I actually understand that. You know, you get let down so many times in life. You turn to what never lets you down and what is consistently there. But there's also a magic system in this world that Robin Hobb has built called wit, that allows him not only an empathy, but a connection more so to animals than humans. There are actually 2 magic systems in this world, which I have enjoyed. One allows you to connect to animals, one allows you to connect more to humans. There is a spot in the book that seems to overlap those 2, but there's questions that I have from book 1 that I wonder if are going to be answered in book 2 and 3, to see if there is a reason why. It may be something she never fleshes out and feels no need to explain. Let the reader come to their own conclusion. And since this is spoiler free, I cannot go into my conclusion as to why I think there is a little crossover. But basically, it clearly says it on the synopsis, so this is not a spoiler, but young Fitz is a bastard son of the noble Prince Chivalry, raised in the shadow of the royal court by his father's gruff stableman. I personally liked his stableman, and I understood. Some people were like, he's kind of reserved and kind of just gruffy, one word, bulldozer kind of guy. I imagined the stableman to be that way. He wants things in order, and I personally enjoyed it. He's taken to the royal court, basically, of King Shrewd, which is the one who approves taking him in. He approves the training for Fitz. He gets to learn magic and potions, skill and potions. He is helped by the stableman. He's taught how to run that. He has found basically a new family that he's trying to find the way that he fits into this family, and they're taking him in out of their loyalty for his dad. And I find that truthfully beautiful, that you have an extended family you didn't even know about that love you just because of whose child you are. And I again, just love that point of view for this book. Maybe that wasn't even a point she was trying to make. I'm not quite sure, but that's what I took from it. He is secretly tutored in the arts of an assassin. I will say that this was not, it was high stakes. I will not say that it was high octane. So I will find the way to say that it felt more of a cozy assassin's read. I wouldn't go into it expecting huge wars and huge fight scenes and strategic outlaying. It was cozy. And I hate saying that because I didn't want it to be cozy. I wanted it to be high impact and just crazy. I guess I could have technically gone a 4.5 because of that, but this still was a 5-star for me. I enjoyed it. I read it on my Kindle. I listened to it on audiobook. The narration was fantastic. I really felt like Fitz was talking to me because this is the first person point of view. And I felt like he was telling me what happened to him. And because of that, it never bothered me that he was 6 years old. He's doing it, the narration is from a older point of view. I'm not sure exactly what age that was. I would say definitely younger than 18, but it could have been much older. But it was just beautiful having him just say these things happened to me. And so for that, it became a cozy read and a cozy audiobook. For Fitz, his bloodline runs the magic skill. Okay, so skill, without giving too much spoiler on this, allows you connection to human, where wit allows you to connect to animals, horses, dogs, pigs, whatever. It allows you to connect to the animals. Skill allows you to connect to humans. And there is question as to if he can actually learn the skill, and will he be useful if he doesn't. And there is people that are against him, that don't want him to learn. They don't feel like he has any right to be there as a bastard. They want him to die. They hate him because of his lack of royal blood and royal pure blood. So there is tension, and I would call that high stakes, that just make this even more fascinating. There's a lot to lose. There's a lot to be gained. Imagine a bastard son that wasn't really truly loved by what appears to be like a step parent. They're only in there for a few seconds. And then they send him off back to the royal family, and then he's just thrust into this world. Imagine losing all of that. You have this potential of it being great, but you also have the potential of it being really horrible. And this 6-year-old kid just being thrown into those possibilities and all that wonder. He gets to the first couple days, he gets to explore the town, and I've enjoyed that story. I could have even dealt with that being hashed out a little more, just a little more flesh, because I enjoyed him being in the city streets and just kind of learning how to rough it. But because he is part royalty, he can't just wander. The skills master, excuse me, not the skills masters, the potions master, he is self-proclaimed, but obviously he has the position because he would have been, the king would have proclaimed as well that he is a master in his position. And he helps take Fitz in as well. And he's just got some people that really do foster his growth and foster him as a part of the family. And you get to see how he grows and how he battles with those relationships, but also how he finds peace with those relationships and a home within those relationships. So for me, because there were some overlapping in my own life, I was never an assassin, but there was definitely some family dynamics that I felt similar to in this. It was just a wonderful story, and I loved it. I do have both books, 2 and 3, that I will be hopping on. If you've watched my other videos, you know that this year is about series. This was my first series of the year that I came back into. or started, excuse me. My series that I finished was the Red Rising series. I'm just waiting for book 7, which Pierce Brown says he's still working on it. That's even in his bio of his page. So I will continuously move forward through my series. But this year was about starting each series I own. So I've started this, but now I want to hop on to finishing 4 Ruined Realms, which I keep forgetting the title because I keep wanting to say 4 Broken Realms. 4 Ruined Realms, and I also want to start on the Brandon Sanderson Starlight Archive series. It's about starting and finishing. So I'm either finishing a series or a duology, or I am starting a series, book 1. And so those are the next few things. So I don't know if I'm going to make it to these 2 in the next couple months. I hope to. Let's see, book 2 of the Farseer trilogy is Royal Assassins. And honestly, it's about 600 and some pages. And then Assassin's Quest, over 800 pages. And again, if I want to start Stormlight Archive, I am really not sure how far I'll get into this series. 2026 will probably be about moving forward. However, while this is a trilogy, there are so many more books in this world that I really need to read 2 or 3 a year just to finish this world of Robin Hobb in the next several years. And that's really what we're looking at. So I do need to read these 2 this year. I just don't know. I don't have it mapped out yet as to when that'll be. But as soon as I know, you will know. And that is my final review on Assassin's Apprentice. It's time to move on to another book. And that book I finished within about a week. It could have been faster probably. Could have been a couple day read, honestly. This book is less than 500 pages. I think less than 450 actually. Very, very lightweight, very easy to read. And I do recommend it. It was a 5-star for me because I truly did enjoy it. And I think that you will too if you look at it for what it is. It's a cozy, retelling assassin story that is high stakes, but it's also low impact. It's just a casual read. And I will talk about our next read in the next video and what are in the plans for the next couple months. I am sorry this video is up a little bit later than anticipated. Was feeling a little under the weather yesterday, but we are here and we've got it done. You will receive a second video this week to make up and catch myself back up from where I fell behind. But thank you for being here and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.